Alright, Raiders Nation, buckle up because we've got some electrifying news coming out of Las Vegas. With the NFL trade deadline just 9 days away, the rumor mill is spinning faster than a slot machine in Allegiant Stadium, and at the center of it all is none other than the heart and soul of the Raiders' defensive line, Maxx Crosby. So, here's the big question. Could the Silver and Black really let go of their superstar edge rusher? Spoiler alert, it doesn't look like it, and boy, does that have the league buzzing. Let's dive into the latest from the gridiron and break it all down for you. Here's the scoop. According to Fox Sports insider Jay Glazer, a mystery team, we're keeping it cryptic for now, reached out to him to gauge whether Maxx Crosby, the Raiders' relentless sack machine, might be open to a trade before the November 4th deadline. But Glazer shut that idea down faster than Crosby chasing down a quarterback. He said, and I quote, "The Raiders told Crosby they aren't moving him, but also Maxx Crosby said, I don't want to go anywhere." Talk about loyalty. This unnamed team was practically drooling over Crosby's talent, saying they'd love to have him precisely because of that die-hard commitment to the Raiders. But here's the kicker, they were disappointed to hear he's staying put, with one team rep saying, "Man, we wish he wasn't so loyal. We'd have a shot." Sorry folks, this pirate ship isn't sailing anywhere without its captain. Now, let's talk about why this news is such a big deal. Maxx Crosby isn't just a player. He's the embodiment of the Raiders' legendary commitment to excellence motto, a phrase coined by the late, great Al Davis himself. This is a guy who's been terrorizing quarterbacks since he burst onto the scene in 2019 out of Eastern Michigan. This season alone, Crosby's racked up 6.5 sacks through 8 games, putting him on pace for another double-digit sack year, his 4th straight, by the way, which would put him in elite company alongside Raiders legend Howie Long. At 28 years old, with a $106.5 million contract extension signed this offseason, Crosby's not just a cornerstone. He's the whole foundation of this defense. That deal, by the way, is structured so the Raiders could trade him without a massive salary cap hit. But don't hold your breath. Owner Mark Davis reportedly has a deep affection for Crosby, according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. And let's be real, who wouldn't? The guy's a walking highlight reel with a motor that never quits. Let's put this in context. The Raiders, sitting at 2-6 as we speak, are in a tough spot in the brutal AFC West, where they're battling rivals like the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos week in and week out. Trading Crosby would be like pulling the plug on the Death Star's power grid. Disastrous for the team and a gut punch to the passionate Raiders nation. Historically, this franchise has been about keeping its stars, from Marcus Allen's bruising runs in the 80s to Charles Woodson's game-changing picks in the 90s and early 2000s. Crosby fits that mold perfectly, a modern-day gladiator who embodies the Raiders' rebellious spirit, born in Oakland, refined in Los Angeles, and now shining under the bright lights of Las Vegas. So, what's the tactical angle here? Crosby's not just a stat sheet stuffer. He's a game-changer. His ability to collapse the pocket forces quarterbacks into mistakes, which is critical for a Raiders defense that's still finding its rhythm under new head coach Pete Carroll. Speaking of Carroll, Crosby's loyalty to him and the new leadership in Vegas speaks volumes. Imagine the locker room morale if the Raiders traded away their best player. It'd be like telling John Madden to ditch his signature playbook back in the 70s. Crosby's presence also frees up space for teammates like Christian Wilkins and Malcolm Kuntz to make plays, creating a ripple effect across the defensive line. Compare that to, say, the Cowboys, who were name-dropped by Fowler as sniffing around Crosby and Bengals edge rusher Trey Hendrickson. Dallas has the draft capital, 2 first-rounders in 2026, but their defense, while solid, lacks that one dominant force to take them to the next level. Crosby would have been their missing piece, but Vegas said, not on our watch. Let's get a fictional take from the locker room to spice things up. Imagine we caught up with Raiders quarterback Aiden O'Connell after practice. Here's what he might say, "Max is our guy, man. He's out there every day, setting the tone, firing us up. You think I'm worried about getting sacked in practice? Nah, I'm just glad he's on our side." Or picture a fired-up Raiders fan outside Allegiant Stadium, decked out in silver and black, shouting, "Crosby's a Raider for life. You can't take the heart out of the nation." That's the vibe in Vegas right now. Pure, unfiltered passion. Looking ahead, what does this mean for the Raiders? Keeping Crosby signals they're not hitting the reset button, even with a rough 2025 season so far. This team's got young talent. Think Davante Adams torching secondaries and rookie phenom Brock Bowers stretching the field. With Carroll's defensive expertise, honed during his Seattle days, the Raiders could turn things around in the second half, especially if they can steal a win against the Chiefs in Week 13 at Arrowhead. That's a rivalry that goes back decades, folks, from the days of Ken Stabler outdueling Len Dawson to those epic 70s battles. A strong finish could set the stage for a playoff push in 2026, especially with Crosby anchoring the defense. Now, a quick Raiders trivia break to keep you hooked. Did you know the Raiders have won 3 Super Bowls, 11, 15, and 18, making them one of the NFL's most storied franchises? Or that their iconic black and silver color scheme was inspired by Al Davis's love for simplicity and intimidation? It's that kind of legacy Crosby's carrying forward, and you can bet he's not done adding to it. So, what's the bottom line? Maxx Crosby's staying put, and that's a massive win for Raiders Nation. The trade rumors are just that, rumors, and with the deadline looming, it's clear the silver and black aren't parting with their defensive kingpin. This news isn't just about one player. It's about a franchise doubling down on its identity, its grit, and its future. So, Raiders fans, let's hear you. Are you pumped to see Crosby keep wreaking havoc in that black and silver jersey? Drop your thoughts on X, follow us for the latest updates, and don't miss the Raiders' next battle against the Bengals this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS. As always, just win, baby.